was the coach at Dodge City when we recruited Art Long. That was a long time ago. I've known Brad forever. And then I hired him at Kansas State.
Obviously a pretty sharp guy, right?
He's a very sharp guy. Yeah. Done a great job.
Has Cal Perry called you?
Twice.
Did he call it?
Same bracket. Yeah. He also said they'd play Indiana in the second round. Cal's got someone on the inside.
We talked about the head coach. Do you know anything about this Stephen F. Austin team this year?
I know they run the pinch post offense. I know a little bit about Walkup, who's their best player. But other than that, no, I don't. I will tomorrow, but I don't right now. I just after the first couple rounds you're looking there, I mean, it was, I told Larry, I said, we're going to get Brad. And they say none of that stuff matters. It's all just a matter of, numbers.
They just happened to put Texas versus A&M in the second round, too.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, how that just shook out that way.
I'm not 100% sure how sites and seedings and that stuff works, but where you play out your site, can that be more important or as important as what your seed?
No, I mean, obviously it's who you're playing and how you match up with them. I think that's the most important. And I honestly don't know how we match up with Stephen F. Austin. I don't know much about Notre Dame, Michigan, or Tulsa. Haven't watched. That's a bad thing about being in the Big 12. All you do is watch Big 12 because the league's so hard. You don't get to watch anything else.
Was there any initial reaction then to getting a 3 as opposed to a 2?
Well, I mean, I think we knew it was going to happen.
One of the day.
Yeah, I mean, 2010 we won the Big East, and we're thinking maybe we slide into the number 1 spot, and we were the last 4. I mean, I've said that for the last week. So, I mean, I didn't. I mean, think about having 8 starters back from a Sweet 16 team that beat Maryland, who in the preseason was ranked number 1 by a lot of people, and we didn't even get a vote. For some reason, they think we can't play.
I guess what I'm asking, I mean, you guys finish ahead of Oklahoma in the standings, beat them in the tournament, and they get a 2, you get a 3.
Well, they beat us 2 out of 3.
Right.
They beat us 2 out of 3. They've been ranked, if that matters. They say it doesn't, but they've been ranked higher than us, for the majority of the year. And, I mean, they're a good basketball team.
Right.
I mean, it's not. That's kind of splitting hairs, really.
How important was it to get the Friday, Sunday, rather than the Thursday, Saturday, to get that extra day of rest before playing the first round?
I don't know. I won't know until we get to the round of 16, because they don't. It used to be if you were Friday, Sunday, you're Friday, Sunday all the way to the Final Four, and if you're Thursday, Saturday, you stayed Thursday, Saturday. Well, last year we were Thursday, Saturday, 9 o'clock tip, 9 whatever it was, something. Friday, Sunday, that's what I meant to say. But what is a 9-something tip, right? 9-something tip, and then we got a bus back, and then we turn around and play on Thursday when Kentucky, which it would have made a little bit of difference, but not that much. But had it been a more equal game, they play at noon on Saturday in Louisville, and they bus home on Saturday. They're home Saturday having dinner, and we haven't even tipped off yet. a day later. You know, so it depends. To answer your question, I don't know. How's that?
More important, might it be better to be where you are with West Virginia fans in the stands as compared to Kansas City? It's a situation like that.
Well, that's providing they can get tickets, Bob.
Aren't you buying them for 'em?
I would buy a bunch if I could, but I don't think I can. I mean, we only get so many, and I think unless they really get on StubHub, it's about the only way they're gonna get tickets, I would think. I mean, I'm sure our people would love to, they love going to New York, but love watching the Mountaineers too, but there's just not, StubHub's the only way to get tickets.
Coach, you would say your press is giving you an advantage on the second day of the tournament because it takes a team 24 hours, or only quick 24-hour turnaround to go up against it. You feel like, who you could match up with in that second game, no matter who it is, could work out to your advantage again?
You hope so. Yeah. I mean, I think it's difficult. It's because it's just not something you see every day.
Well, if things fell the right way, you could play a former assistant,
Mm-hmm.
you could play Beeline,
Mm-hmm.
you could play Pitt or Xavier, which I think you've got to enjoy, and then Calipari. That's a interesting tournament for you, if no one else, I guess. It's quite a ride.
Couldn't have planned it any better. I mean, I don't know. It just kind of seems like things happen that, I mean, it's kind of odd, Texas A&M. I mean, I know they're going to say, whatever, but doesn't that happen? I mean, Kentucky, Louisville, the first time they really played years ago, they got pitted in the tournament. The first time it was supposed to happen, Louisville lost, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it advantageous to have some guys that are from the area playing, or is that a distraction? Is there added pressure there with Tariq and Jayshawn and Tavon?
Depends. The ticket thing is really hard for them. It's really, really hard for them. And I can tell you in 90, whenever that was, 5 maybe, we played in Lexington, and Darnell Burton was from Lexington. Darnell Burton is, I'm sure still one of the top 10 scorers in school history. Didn't make a field. No, he made one field goal. He was trying to throw a lob from half court and it banked in. Was the only field goal he had. He was our best shooter. I think he was our second leading scorer. That was the only field goal he made in 2 games. And just played, I thought played really tight playing at home. So it depends on the person. Some people put too much pressure on themselves, and other people enjoy it.
Anything else? Yeah, last year in the NCAA tournament, Devin's play kind of took, a bump up during the postseason play, and obviously he's gotten off to a pretty good start this postseason. Would it be unfair to expect him to kind of step it up again, postseason?
No, we expect him to, but I mean, again, Justin, there's no way of telling. I didn't think we'd come out and shoot it as bad as we shot it. I didn't think we'd miss all the layups that we missed. I didn't think we'd come down 3-on-1 and throw it right to them, and they went down 3-on-0 against us, and I just didn't think any of that stuff would happen, and it happened. I mean, the encouraging thing is they shoot 60% from 3, we shoot 13. We force 20 turnovers, but then give it back to them 20 times. And we still, we've got pretty much a layup and an and one, and we missed the layup and we missed both free throws, and it's a 4-point game. They come down, we don't make a rotation. We're late on a rotation. No, we didn't make it. We were late on a rotation. They get a 3-point play, and And then they come down and have a hard time finding a shot in 3 seconds on a shot clock. And they shoot in a three, and all of a sudden what would have been or could have been a 1-point game is a 10-point game. I didn't expect that to happen, but it happened.
Focus on any of that stuff, or showing that stuff this week, or just completely just wipe the slate?
Now we're gonna show them just the rotations, so they understand what I think sometimes when they see it, it helps them.
Bob, how do you get better in transition? It seems like something you've been mentioning for quite some time now.
Recruit someone who can pass. I don't know. We spend time on it, but we're not very good at it.
Something common to that? Just maybe too fast, or you guys play so fast defensively, it's not easy to slow down. You're still in teams like that.
I think there's a lot of things. I think vision. You know, we're better than we were. I mean, just think about it. A couple years ago, we had a guy dribble all the way underneath the basket and go to shoot a thing, shot it on the wrong side of the basket twice. Did that. So we're not that bad yet. But
I think you're neck deep in your own team through the season, but how cognizant are you of what Underwood has going down at SFA when they're having the kind of season they're having? And do you even have time to text or communicate with him during the season, or is it just a?
no, I generally listen to Brad like once every couple weeks. Brad's a really good guy, really good guy. He's done a great job. I think he may have the most wins. What's this? His third or fourth year. I think at one time, I know he had the most wins of any coach ever in their first 2 years in college basketball. Pretty good.
Did he need that legitimacy coming from the JUCO ranks and getting the job at K-State, things like that? I mean, is that the first step in sort of helping advance him?
He just needed a break. I mean, he's like a bunch of us. He was at Dodge, and I forget, he was at Eastern Illinois, I believe it is, for a long time as an assistant. And then he went to Daytona Beach. He was at Daytona Beach when I hired him at K-State. He was phenomenal for me. You know, one, he's a heck of a coach. Two, he's just a terrific person. And he was a K-Stater. He's a K-State grad. And, you know, to bring one of their own home is, you know, that's a lot like it is here. You know, you kind of root for your own. And so he was phenomenal for me. And then he did a great job for Frank at Kansas State. And then went with Frank to South Carolina and got an opportunity at Stephen F. Austin.
Those guys you brought in to K-State, he play a big role in bringing any of those guys?
With, one guy, but not the headline guys, no.
Anything else?